Welcome to Fox Valley in Focus, a look at the issues and items of interest to residents of the Fox Valley. I'm Cindy Bravos. On this edition, we'll take a closer look at a global organization of volunteers dedicated to changing our world, one child and one community at a time. That's the mission statement of Kiwanis, an international service organization. Joining us now is Pat Devine, president of the Kiwanis Club of Aurora. Welcome to the program.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
You have quite a distinguished history of service at the Club of Aurora because you were chartered the same year that Kiwanis International was chartered.
That's correct.
And you were the first service club in Illinois. Give us a brief history of the organization.
The Kiwanis Club in Aurora was organized on September 20th of 1916, and it was the first club in Illinois, Eastern Iowa District. And we had a very active group of people. We had 52 new members when we first were founded. And Ed Finch was the Chamber's president at that time, and they went through the community and worked to do things to help the people of Aurora.
Well, it's amazing because there's so much back and forth between the list of community leaders and the list of Kiwanians that were active and the decisions they made to help shape the community.
Yeah, that's correct.
It seems to follow very much in the mission of what Kiwanis.
That's exactly to help the children of the world. And
the Kiwanis slogan, or the word Kiwanis itself, has an interesting origin.
It was by American Indians in the Detroit area, and there was some people that were involved in the automotive industry up there, and they wanted to put together a club to help the people of their community, and it went on from there.
Okay, and the word Kiwanis actually, I guess in Native American, means to build upon.
That's correct, and share our talents, and we trade, especially made for.
Well, and you are involved pretty much at every level of the community, from the elementary schools to the high schools. You have a college program, and then obviously the cornerstone would be the Kiwanis International program.
That's correct.
But why is it so important to get kids involved in community service at the elementary school level?
It's very, very important. A program that we've had the last 3 years, which was called One Day. We had people come out, as many as 350 to 400 people on one Saturday, and clean the Indian Creek. And it was very rewarding. We had the Boy Scouts out there. We had people out there with their families picking up trash, and it's a very, very heartful time and the situation, a very good day for us.
Well, to fund the programs that you offer, you have 3 big primary fundraisers a year.
That is correct.
And the first one is coming up. So why don't we start with your Pancake Day, and you kind of piggyback that with the placement ads. So
that's correct.
Or placemat ads.
The pancake breakfast was started 61 years ago, and it's gone on a basis in the spring for 61 years. Last year we had a little over 1,700 people go through their lines and have their pancakes, and it's a very, very rewarding project also. The placemats, which is a thing that we have initiated 10 years ago, we have a placemat, and we go through people, the City of Aurora in the area, to have ads on the placemats.
So you sell those ads, and then you distribute the placemats?
We distribute them in hospitals, nursing homes, and other areas of Aurora.
And anyone attending the pancake breakfast, I'm guessing, will be able to get one there as well.
They will see them there, absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely.
What's the appeal? I mean, pancakes. You can get pancakes anywhere. What's the appeal that people keep coming back for 61 years to 1,700 people last year alone for pancakes?
Yeah, we were very people for years. It's 2 and 3 generations of people that they have to come to see us on the situation and have pancakes, and the politicians in the area, the mayor of the city of Aurora and his wife, they pour coffee. It's very, very rewarding.
So it's very much a tradition.
That's correct.
All right.
Yeah.
Have you always done it in March?
We've always done it in March, yes, that's correct.
Okay, so this year it'll be on March 19th.
March 19th.
And where is it held?
It's at the Aurora Central Catholic High School, which is on Edgelawn and Indian Trail on the corner there. And we open from 7 a.m. to 12:30.
And do you have to get tickets in advance? Do people wait in line for this event?
Yes, we have long lines, and I would get your tickets, but you certainly we'll take care of you at the door.
What does it take to pull off an event like that? To serve 7? I mean, how many pounds of pancake batter do you prepare?
Okay, now you're asking me something I'm really not sure, but it's a lot of it. We have special griddles that turn, and we have some very, very, very experienced people working on it.
Now, your club membership currently is right around 85.
No, we're a little bit larger than that. We're about 120.
Okay. And how many of those volunteers are needed to pull this event off?
We will have about 55 people that are working, and we will have kids from the Illinois Math and Science Academy, Aurora Central. We'll have people from Aurora University. We'll have all of our clubs helping us that day.
Let's talk a little bit about those clubs, because they're a very critical, like almost a feeder system into the Kiwanis Club. But you are very inclusive, and you also have a group through the Fox Valley Special Recreation Association.
That's correct.
For adults with disabilities who want to do community service and don't have any other channel to do that. That's the Action Club?
Yes, that's correct, and they're very active, and we support them, and they're a very, very good club. Yes.
And then at the high school level, you have?
We have Aurora Central, and we're working now to put them in the West Aurora High School and also the East Aurora High School.
And that would be the Key Club?
Key Clubs, that's right.
Okay, and then you have a chapter also at Aurora University.
Aurora University, and we had lunch with them. In fact, last Tuesday, we went over and had lunch with them. And they have, I believe, 20-some members over there, and they're very active also.
And so you rely on their support as well for events like this to
helping us, yes.
Come out and do that. And then tell me a little bit about the Builders Club.
The Builders Club is in the junior high level on the situation, and we work with the students. We have to garner a teacher in there, and then we start a program.
So pretty much from elementary through the middle school, junior high level, the high school, college level.
Correct.
It's like you're kind of building people to...
That's correct.
To learn the importance of community service. Well, we'll continue our conversation with Pat Devine in just a moment. Don't go away.
Big dreams and good grades aren't enough to get into college. There are actual steps you need to take. Finding someone who can help is the first and most important. For the next steps, go to knowhowtogo.org.
Welcome back to Fox Valley in Focus. We're talking with Pat Devine, president of the Kiwanis Club of Aurora, and they've just started their season of fundraisers. We're getting ready for the pancake breakfast. After doing this for 61 years and raising a significant amount of money, we talked about how you shake it up, what new things you do to bring people in.
Well, in 61 years, we have been able to have over $500,000 in our community. Was because of our pancake breakfast. And in the 1,700 people that come to us, we felt that one of the big things that happened in all the communities is the need for blood. And we talked to Heartland Blood Centers, and we're going to have a blood drive in conjunction with our Pancake Day. So you can come in, and we will give you a meal free of charge, and we'd love to have you drop your blood.
What a great way to piggyback on an event. So that's actually kind of the trifecta there between the placemats and the pancakes.
That's correct.
And then the blood drive. And then you have a fall fundraiser that you do.
That is a big one for us. We have a peanuts, and we go into many shopping centers, and we sell peanuts, and that's a very good fundraiser for us.
And that is a Kiwanis International initiative.
That's an international, and that's correct.
And I'm sure everyone's seen those peanuts. My dad was a Kiwanian, and so he'd buy the cases, and
absolutely.
That's probably October-ish.
It's actually in September, at the end of my reign. Yeah, yes.
How long have you been a Kiwanian?
I've been with the club for 6 years this time. However, about 10 years ago I was in the club also, but I had some business that made me to drop out for a while, but I'm back in.
And what about Kiwanis appealed to you? I mean, there are so many opportunities for public service, community service. What was it about Kiwanis that stood out to you?
I've been for my life. I've been a Shriner and did a lot of work with them and with crippled children, and I just felt that the Kiwanis Club was #1, the most active service club in Aurora, and we help, and we go out and we put our money and our talents to the line, and I've just enjoyed it immensely.
You help immensely. When looking at your website, and we should mention your website because it's really comprehensive and everything anyone would need to know about your organization is on there. But looking at, there's a long list, a laundry list of donations and organizations that you've helped, and some of them are smaller donations, if you can call $250 a small donation, all the way up to your most recent significant donation of $10,000.
That's correct, and that was for the Aurora Interfaith Pantry. They are now trying to. They're in a small area next to Hesed House, and they need to have a larger building so they can better serve the community. And they came to us and they said, we need your help. And the Dunham Fund put a great deal amount of money in the situation, is helping with it. And also 2 or 3 members of our club are working on the fundraising for the pantry.
And since you are in a position to give that kind of money, how do you sort out the requests? What are some of the criteria you use in deciding who receives funds?
We have a sheet which is on our website of if you have a need or something that we can help you with. We'd be more than happy to take a look at it. We have a foundation chairman, and the chairman, along with his committee, put together the needs of the community, and our board looks at them, and we fund them or we can or help the different areas.
What happens when there's not enough money for all the organizations making requests?
I guess the old adage to that is we have to go out and raise funds and try to help them. I mean, it's very difficult in this with the economy right now of people to fund everything, but we certainly will try to help them. Yes.
Well, and I think we have two things right now in present times working against organizations like that, like yours, the economy and the budget crisis in Illinois. And so we've seen social services trimmed, and people are looking for funding in other ways.
That's correct.
So I like the fact that your solution is not to say, no, we can't help you. It's to turn it around and say, how can we raise money so that we can help them?
That's correct. That's good.
Now, talking a little bit about the initiative for the Aurora Interfaith Food Pantry. They come to you because they know you can deliver.
Well, our club for the past few years, we've helped them in their warehouse, and we've helped sort food for them. We've gone out and tried to guarantee different people to help them, and the needs of a food pantry these days, they have people that they've almost doubled their need out there, and the people that lose their houses and their cars and everything else, that's a very needy project right now, and it's very rewarding. It's very rewarding.
And so, doing a service like that, going and helping sort food, you're not limited to just fundraisers.
No,
your
we're not.
members also do community service.
That's correct.
And that list also appears on your website of hours that people have donated, whether it's answering phones at a telethon or manning the Salvation Army kettles at Christmas time.
We do that every season for the Salvation Army, and that's another rewarding a few days. Without that, a lot of people would not have a very joyous Christmas. I know that.
And so when it comes time to do these activities or donate time, is that something that your executive board does or the organization as a whole? How do you determine where you're going to volunteer?
Well, we volunteer on our fundraising, of course, is the three we have. And if people come to us and say they need help, we work as one of our committee chairmen, and we would try to help them.
And let's talk a little bit about membership, because you said you have over 100 members now. Are there any requirements to joining the Kiwanis Club?
The requirements are if you want to help and you want to be part of the community and you want to have a good time, we're the place in town.
And how often do you meet?
We meet every Tuesday at the Prisco Center in Aurora.
Okay, is that a morning meeting or noon?
It's lunch.
Okay.
It's lunch, and you're welcome to come anytime.
And what kinds of things does a typical meeting
We
include?
we have a program every Tuesday, and we discuss of the community, their affairs. We have the mayor comes every 6 months and talks to us about the welfare of the city. And we have the Salvation Army stop by, and we're doing some work for World Relief. They're going to be one of our speakers in the next couple weeks, in fact.
So what kind of relationship do you have with the international organization? Are you required to kind of send any of the funds that you donate or that you raise? Does any of that money have to go to the international component?
We give the international funds. Yes, we do, and their big project for this year and for a few more is their newest one, which is called which is for natal tetanus, which and it involves I want to say 47 countries, and women now in these countries can get a shot so that their babies will not be born with this tetanus on the situation.
And so that's
this is their newest one, and that they feel that they will eliminate this in the world in 5 years, and they're working with UNICEF and they're putting together about $100 million to
All right.
work on this.
We're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, we'll talk about Kiwanis one day.
Okay.
All right,
thank you.
Pat. Don't go away.
Whatever we deny or embrace, for worse or for better, we belong, we belong, we belong, we belong together.
Underneath everything we are, underneath everything we do, we are all people, connected, interdependent, united. And when we reach out a hand to one, we can influence the condition of all. That's what it means to live united.
No, what'd she say?
She said whatever.
No, she says that all the time.
What's that?
Hello? I'm on the phone.
Mom, I'm on the phone!
Hello? I'm on the phone.
Who's this? It's me. I'm on the phone. Mom.
Oh, you're on the phone.
All right.
Sorry.
Sorry. Anyway.
Who are you talking to? Kelly?
Mom.
All right.
You don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. There are thousands of teens in foster care who would love to put up with you.
Welcome back to Fox Valley in Focus. We're talking with Pat Devine from the Aurora chapter of the Kiwanis Club. And internationally, you're a huge organization, more than 320,000 people across the world in 8,500 clubs and over 90 countries.
That's correct.
And so that's why you're able to do an initiative like this in
Absolutely.
conjunction with UNICEF. But internationally, you started, or the organization started an initiative called One Day. Tell us about One Day.
We started that 3 years ago, and in 3 years, it was very difficult for us to think about something to do as a lasting memory for the city of Aurora. And I work for Fox Metro, and we do a lot of things around rivers and streams. And we have a creek that goes through the east side of Aurora, and it's called Indian Creek. It's 3.5 miles. And over the last 3 years, we've had over 1,000 people combine their efforts to clean 230 cubic yards of trash. And it has worked. It does just a beautiful sight in the situation. We had the Aurora Kiwanis, the Fox Metro, the City of Aurora, the Aurora Township, and the Park District, and the Friends of Fox combined efforts to have these people go out on a Saturday morning and pick up the trash alongside the creek. And we thought we were so that was a great, nice project. We had the Boy Scouts out there. We had kids from both sides of the town, and did a beautiful job.
So a bevy of volunteers.
That's correct.
But what are the guidelines for this kind of a program? You said it has to have a lasting legacy for your community.
Yes, that's correct. And one day means one day, and one day is an edict by International, and that everybody in the world, the first Saturday of April, go and do something for their community. And this year we're going to have it again on the 2nd of April this year. And since the Indian Creek we've been at it for 3 years, I decided that it would be a nice thing as my year as president and as a presidential project, go and help a family in the east side of Aurora to help rebuild their house. And we're going to do that on Saturday, the April 2nd.
And so this is a community-wide initiative that's called Rebuilding Together.
Rebuilding Together Aurora, and it's rehabbing their home, and we'll go and we will have a committee, and we'll have them out there on that Saturday, probably a couple Saturdays to put a roof on their house, to do what they need to be. This family, the gentleman is a veteran, and like everybody, they've been through some hard times, and we're there to help them.
And so you mentioned that this is your presidential project.
That's correct.
Put that into context for us a little bit. Once you assumed the office last fall of president.
That's correct, and they give each president some money, and they said, and then you determine what you want to do for it. And we have a lot of things. We've been working with the city of Aurora this last year called Kids for Coats, or Coats for Kids, excuse me. And that's a new project, and we've had the kids of Aurora. We don't want anybody to get cold, and a coat is a very simple thing. And we worked on that this year, and we went out and purchased 1,100 coats for the kids of Aurora.
And then how were they distributed?
We distributed them from the Fred Rogers Center in Aurora. And there are kids that we had lists of the schools to find out who needed coats, and we were able to take care of them.
And then you also had a partnership with the local stores so that when it comes time for coat season next year.
We're going to be working with Walmart this year like we did this last year, and we determined that the reason we had the distribution of them was to get the best price for the coats, of course. However, kids need coats in like October, so we're working with the buyers from Walmart, and we're going to have those coats for them in the late September or October of this year, and it'll help them to have their coats early.
So the ideas just keep coming.
Yes, they do.
And I suppose it's the chicken and the egg. Which comes first? Is it the need, and then you come up with a solution, or do you have the money and you're like, well, we could do this with this money?
We have to go out and if they need it, we've got to figure out a way to help them. And we go out and we do go out and do the job.
Now, I'm sure by now people are saying, I want to get involved. How can I be part of this?
Well, number one, we'd love to have you as a member, and you can come to our club every Tuesday in Prisco Center, and or give me a call. I'll be more than happy to talk to you. Or if you just want to help me in any of my projects, I'd love to have anybody.
I noticed there's a hyperlink on your website, which we really need to give. It's aurorakiwanis.org, and if they want to send a message directly to the president, they just click here.
That's correct.
And they can communicate with you that way. And if they're tentative, they can come to a meeting and then make the decision. They don't.
We'd love to have them, and I'll buy your lunch.
Now, what about someone who's interested in helping with the Rebuilding Together Aurora project, and they don't want to commit to a membership? How can they help?
If they just want to come and help, just give me a call, and I'd be more than happy, or send me an email and say, hey, if I've got some people that would like to help, I'd love to have them.
All right, so we encourage people to visit your website, aurorakiwanis.org, or pick up the phone and give you a call, Pat.
That's correct.
And they're welcome. And April 2nd is the date for that, but first, March 19th.
March 19th, that's correct.
Get ready to give a pint of blood and have a pancake breakfast.
Absolutely.
All right. Well, it's a pleasure having you here. Keep up the good work. It's very apparent the difference you have made in the community.
Thanks for having me.
That's our program for this time. I'd like to thank our guest, Pat Devine, president of the Kiwanis Club of Aurora. This has been Fox Valley in Focus. I'm Cindy Bravos. We'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.